Today I was going to show you how to make a really cheap, easy bow hangers, gear hangers, any of that stuff. Hey guys, I hope everybody's season's going good. I've hunted a couple of days. We had last weekend our season with 3 counties in this state opened early this year. They opened on the 1st. Normally we don't open till the 15th, and the rest of the state stayed to the 15th, so it was just 3 counties. But I got to hunt a few days, saw a few does and some small bucks, little 5-point and button buck and stuff like that. But anyways, today I was going to show you how to make a really cheap, easy bow hangers, gear hangers, any of that stuff. All you need is a piece of aluminum. I bought this at Tractor Supply. It's 1/8 inch, 1/2 inch wide, 1/8 inch thick, and this is just a 4-foot piece. You can buy it in 10-foot pieces, stuff like that. But $7 for this piece of aluminum, and you'll need a couple of tools, some kind of like channel locks, pliers, something like that, crescent wrench, tape measure, a marker. You'll need some kind of a heat source. These are about 20 bucks at Home Depot. I think Walmart sells them too, and it's a kit. A lot of you may already have one of these or something like this. You can use one of those little butane torches, little soldering torches, like a lighter, but you know what I'm talking about. Any kind of a heat source like that, because you're dealing with aluminum, so it doesn't take a lot of heat. But anyways, I'll walk you through how to make one of these things and show you how easy it is, and hope it helps y'all out. So here we go. So basically what you're going to do for a bow hanger, you're going to want to measure the width of the limb on your bow. Mine's like 3.5 inches long. So you're going to start out, you're going to measure down this piece of aluminum about 2 inches, maybe 1.75 inches, something like that. Mark it. Then you're going to mark, this is for a bow hanger, then you're going to add let's just say 3.5 inches to that. Let's say 3.5 inches. And then this next mark, the 3rd mark, will be whatever the width of your limb is, and I would add a little bit to it. I'd add a 1/2 inch or so. So if your limb of your bow is 3.5 inches wide, I would probably make it 4 inches, so you have a little wiggle room. So you're going to mark that, and then you're going to make another mark after that at about 3/4 inch. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 marks. And you might want to grab a pair of gloves. I'm just going to use these little welding gloves I got here, and you're going to heat it up. But what you're going to do is you want to warm the, a good section of the aluminum You don't have to get it scalding hot, but you want to warm past your last mark. If you try to work with aluminum cold, you might break it. So just kind of warm that piece of aluminum up. And about a quarter to a half of an inch in, you're going to bend. But before your first mark, you're going to bend it out away from your mark, about like that. You just want to bend this a slight little bit of a turn in it. And you're going to bend that up, and then you're going to go to your first mark, and you're going to heat right on that mark. You don't have to get it red hot. You don't want to get it that near that hot. You want to get it, make it pliable is what you want to do. So you're going to heat it, and then on your first mark you're going to bend it the opposite direction of that other bend. You're going to bend it backwards instead of forward. You may have to, depending on what you're using for heat, you may have to take a hammer and tap that on down a little bit. It should look like that. Then you're going to come to your next mark, and you're going to heat it. Like I said, you want to get it hot, but you don't want to get it red hot. You do not want to melt this. You just want to make it pliable. And when you get your next one warmed up, and you're going to bend it forward like this. And you want to go a little bit past 90 degrees. So it's going to look like that. Then you're going to go to your next mark. Now this is the one, this mark right here is the one that has to be the width of your limbs on your bow. So if your bow's 3.5 inches wide, the limb on it's 3.5 inches wide, I would make this 4 inches. And then you're gonna bend it, same direction, bend it up. And you can tell when you got this warm enough. If you try to bend it and it's not warm enough, it's not going to make a sharp turn. It's going to be a really, it's going to be a radius instead of a 90-degree turn. It'll be a rounded radius. And you want to get it hot enough, you know, like I said, to where you can make that radius. Make it look neat anyways. I mean, you don't have to be that neat with it, but, you know, that's just me. And you bend those, and you're gonna have a J shape here, and it's gonna be turned backwards. And then at that point, you just turn your heat source off, whatever. You're going to need something to cut this with. Hacksaws, fine, grinder, Sawzall, whatever you got. Whatever you got to keep from spending money. That's what this is all about. Cheap ways to do stuff without having to spend a buttload of money. And you cut it off, and it'll look like that when you're done. And then I like to take your file or something and cut just round those sharp points up, so you don't have any jagged edges, so you're not hanging stuff, scratching stuff, or stabbing yourself or anything like that. You don't really need a grinder. I mean, you're just knocking the points off this stuff so that it's not jagged. You can do that one to the one on the back too. Take the so there's your it's just a J basically, but you turn the one, you start your first bend, you turn this out just a little bit, and then your next bend is the opposite way, you bend it forward, and then the next bend is the same way, same direction, the next bend is the same direction. And what that's going to do is if you bend it, you get it too tight. Like I said, this is aluminum. It's pretty pliable, even without heating it up. But if you try to bend that tight of a turn in it, or even turns like this in it without heating it, it'll snap. So there's that one, and that's for your bow. It's like I said, it's a little bigger. You can make them as big as you want to make them. After you cut it off, it's going to look like that. Then you're going. But that's how I make my gear hooks. I just bend that aluminum like I just showed you. I've got 3 on this strap that I use. This strap is just a strap that I made. I just stitched 2 pieces of webbing together about every 1.25 inches. And I did that because I can hang a carabiner on the tag end of it. That's just, when you hook it around the tree, you hook it together. You got this I'll show you on the tree, but anyways, once it's on the tree, you've got this tag end here hanging down, and I keep a carabiner on that, and that's what I'll hang my pack on sometimes, or most of the time I hang it on the carabiner instead of the hooks. The hooks would handle it fine, but I don't like my pack being right up here in front of my face. You know, my bow, I like my bow up here about head level, and keep my rangefinder, stuff like that, my grunt tube, all that stuff I like to keep up here, so I can just grab right in front of my face, blow on the tube, or just reach right here in front of me and grab my bow. But my backpack or my fanny pack or whatever that I carry, I like for it to be down out of the way. A lot of times with my backpack, I keep it between my knees and the tree, and I don't wear knee pads because I hunt out of the saddle. But anyways, that's what I do with that, and that's why I put my strap together. But you can use any kind of a strap. This strap right here, it come off of a camera. It come off of a, I think it come off a stealth cam. And this strap right here come off of just one of them cheap Walmart Tasco cameras. But anyways, I'll show you, you know, you think it might be cumbersome or bulky or whatever because of that hook, but it's really not any more bulky than anything else. But I got this dump pouch. I keep my gear strap, my tether, and my lineman's belt all in one pouch. And the way I do it is I just take the biggest hook, stick it down in the bottom like that. Then I take my lineman's or my tether here, and I stick it down in there. And then my lineman's belt. And my lineman's belt is a little longer than your typical. They're usually about 7-8 foot long. Mine's about 12 foot long. It's a little longer, but it all fits in one dump pouch just fine. So no, it's not bulky, not cumbersome. You get a 48-inch piece of aluminum, 1/2 inch wide, 1/8 inch thick, and I made 6 gear hooks. I had 2 pieces of aluminum. I made 6 gear hooks, and I've got that much left off of one, and I've got 36 inches or more off of another one, and I've made 6 of those hooks. So it's really cheap at $7 a stick. And I'll take you over here and show you how it works on this. We'll put it on this power pole right over here. All right. Now this is my strap, the one that I carry in the woods here. And all I do is put it around the tree. You can move these hooks anywhere you want. This is a little smaller than the typical tree I would use, but I just bring it around. That's the good thing about it, is I can move them wherever I need to. I'll bring it around, hook it in the closest little loop here, and then just cinch it to the tree. And there's my bow hanger right there. And then I've got my other gear hooks here. Once I see the size of the tree, I can kind of decide where I want to put my other hooks. But like I said, I have mine kind of sized for the typical tree that I use. I've got this other one here. I got 3 hooks. Sometimes this one will be, if I get on a smaller tree, sometimes this hook will just be here on my tag end, just hanging like that, and I'll hang grunt tube or whatever, just hang it right there. If it's a bigger tree, I'll put it up here and have everything up here, and I hang my backpack from the carabiner, which is wherever I need it, depending on the size of the tree, how long my tag is. But I hang my backpack right there. You don't have to have that kind of a strap like I have. You can take any kind of a strap, a cam strap, an old cam buckle strap off of a climbing stick, whatever you need or whatever you got laying around, really. And see, this is what I was talking about. These things will not just, they won't just come off once you get them in place. That's why we bend this back like that as a hook, and we pinch it tight, but we turn that little bit right there out so that you can get the strap behind it, because it's pretty tight. You cannot, it won't just push out. You literally have to, you know, make it come out like so. There's your bow strap. I keep my buckle right here in front of my face. You're just gonna put your hooks on there wherever you want them. Cinch it down. They will come off if you push on them, but they're not just going to come off. And that also depends on how tight you make you pinch it together on the back. This one's not quite as tight as this one. See, it takes a little bit of effort to get it off. So my bow hanger there, it will, you know, it'll shift a little bit on the tree when you put something on it, but it's a good bow hanger. This is a 30-pound jug of refrigerant. Holds it just fine. So that's a narrow strap there. This come off that stealth cam camera, so it's a wider strap. It'll work just fine also. If you're going to use a wide strap like this, you might want to make your hook part a little deeper so that it'll go past the bottom of your strap. And I say that like this one's got a smaller hook on it because my strap's only 1 inch wide, and if you put it on a wide strap like that, it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. So that's not going, it'll still slide off. You need the hook part to go, the back side of that hook needs to be longer. It needs to be past the bottom of your strap here. Like, let me show you with my bow hanger. See, it's a little longer, the hook part, so it would work on the wider strap. So I just put that on there. So you have to actually push that on there to get it to go on. And see, it goes past the bottom of your strap. So it's not going to it's not going to slide off. You have to push on it to get it to come off. So if you're using a wide strap, this part here needs to be not the whole part, but where it's pinched together right here, where it turns back out right there, needs to be wider than your strap. If you got a heat source, a way to heat the aluminum, that's $7 for 6 hooks. Actually 7 or 8 hooks, depending on how big you make them, because they've still got a foot left on that one stick in there. And I really do appreciate y'all watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash the subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much for supporting me. Always remember to hit like and hit that bell icon on there, and you'll be notified every time I put a video up. And thank y'all. God bless, and I hope y'all have the best season you've ever had, if you hadn't already. Well, heck, I done forgot how to put one of these together. We'll edit this up.